Hello, welcome. I wanted to take a look and show you guys my old crappy art and kind of get like a gauge on like where I came from as an artist to where I am now. Fun fact about the last sketchbook tour I did, my dog chewed it up. So that video is like the only video where the sketchbook is alive. So I'm gonna put this one away afterwards and my dog won't chew it up. I used to draw my dream dog a lot, and my dream dog was like a border collie named Bailey. Look at those hind legs. And then, of course, we have the Hetalia fan art because it can never escape me. It's silly, it's goofy. I used to make a lot of, like, comics about work because everyone was kind of crazy, and so my way of dealing with the common workforce was just to make art about it, and then I feel like it wouldn't bother me as much afterwards. I ended up not finishing it, but yeah. More comics, more like OCs. They're really trashy OCs. I don't think like they exist anywhere outside of this sketchbook specifically. He's a pirate OC, it's great. I stuck a bunch of stuff in my sketchbooks. It was very busy. Very busy and very full and very thick. There's like a bunch of people I saw that I would try and draw. There was her, hot dad, okay, got it. My friend Caro. I remember this kid, he was really cool. Then hand practice, and then, because I knew they looked bad, I would draw little faces on them so that people wouldn't judge me as much. Character studies and like all of that good stuff, and I always put the tape on it just because I hate smudging like to such an insane degree that I'm just gonna cover it with tape. I don't care if it looks good, I don't care if it looks bad, I'm just gonna cover it so then it doesn't smudge. OMG, this is me and my friend. We're really good at those little claw machines, and so we got a little, I think it was supposed to be a leopard seal. I don't know what it was, but I still have that thing. It's just roaming around somewhere. And then they got like a little pink sheep, so I drew them as like crime bosses. I really liked it. Oh my gosh, be more chill. That was a time in my life. And then have background studies. This is like the boring part of my sketchbook. It gets fun like halfway through where I like draw a bunch of fan art and stuff. I had an issue with people's legs just being like ridiculously unproportioned to their body. And then I like look at old photos of myself and I'm like freakishly tall and I'm like, ah man, still totally disproportionate, but you know, it's all good. Cool stuff. Yeah, this is like the boring part of my sketchbook, I will say. This, where's the other one? I used to look for references for like people, and I would look for references of people of what I like wanted my characters to look like, and I would ask to take their picture, and then I would turn them into a character. And this guy, he was actually a model. I met him in California, and he was actually a model, and he's like, yeah. And then he's been following me on Instagram ever since, and I still haven't made the comic with the character he's based off of, so sorry. Sorry, guy. I started getting a little more into color. This is the really fun sketchbook where I didn't know watercolor existed, and so I was using my mom's, like, chalk to paint. And I'm just gonna let you know now, chalk is not an acceptable replacement to watercolor. I remember drawing this. This is good. Yeah, again, it's like kind of boring, and then like I discovered one of my all-time favorite artists, and literally like y'all are gonna see exactly when my like style and like sketchbook spreads start developing, and so it's like kind of right around here. This is also a pet snake I wanted named Benny. I love snakes so much. I think they're so cute. I remember I was so proud to show this one to my art teacher, and she was like, she like saw it and then she like immediately tore it to shreds, and I'm like, lady, you can't. I didn't ask for your opinion. I just wanted to show you. And she was not very impressed. And like, yeah, looking at it now, look at that hand. Like, yeah, looking at it now, It's not great. Ahead of my time, first of all. More background drawings. And this is actually when I discovered that I actually really enjoy drawing backgrounds. Crazy, I know, but that's just, I just like adding like all of like the little tiny details and things, and it takes forever. But it's so worth it because it looks so pretty. And so this one, I actually ended up redrawing this one and this one in a later sketchbook. But yeah, this is great. I love doing these. My cousins discovered my sketchbook. This was different like outfit practice for a character where I was like trying to draw them in different outfits, see how they look, all that stuff. More just kind of crappy art. This is another background I did, and we're just gonna move on because it speaks for itself. I cannot show this page. I went to like what is it called? I went to a plant nursery and I was drawing all the little plants, and then I hated them, so I was like, well, let me just put like different types of emotions to the plants, and I thought I was so cute and quirky and different, and no one else had ever come up with that idea. Whoa. This was a comic. This is a bad comic. Do you see the red? That was done in chalk, not watercolor. Why you would have to be holding it like this? I mean, I guess that works. I don't know. Anyways, more like really boring and bland art, and then this my friend drew. If any of you guys have ever seen Lou Over the Wall? It's very cute. Very, very adorable. And then this is when I discovered my all-time favorite artist, Timicta. I'll either put their name somewhere in the corner, but I discovered them, and they did like everything in watercolor. Everything was like nice and like, I wouldn't say colorful because their colors are really dull, but it was very just like colored and full. And I was like, I need to emulate that because their art is like the epitome of art, like in my opinion at the time. And so that's just kind of everything after this is gonna be like kind of like this, and I loved it. I thought it was great, and that's just how I've done my art ever since. So thank you, Timicta. This was a story idea I had where me and my coworker worked together, except we weren't in the place we were working at, and our boss was a chicken, because our boss would run around like a chicken without its head, and it was a great time. I really liked it. I think if I had the time, I would probably make it a comic now, but I don't have the time, so rip. This was also a guy I found on the beach, and I was like, I like your vibe. Let me take a picture. Oh my gosh, yeah, this is where hairstyle practice. There's just like a lot of practicing. This was another guy I found at the beach. Please don't come for me. I needed references, and I guess I didn't know what Pinterest was. I don't know. I know some of them are OCs and some of them are stories, and then other ones I'm just like, I don't remember what was going on here. My friend said that the girl looked like she was eating the black sludge, and I got really embarrassed, so I stopped showing this picture to everyone because that's not what was happening. Little things. Just a lot of like really, oh my gosh, I didn't realize how like intense some of like the shadow work was, because like I'm looking at it now and I'm like, oh my gosh, I kind of love that. I might like see if I could try that in my new sketchbook. This one turned out really bad, and you know why it turned out really bad? It's because I used chalk. Don't use chalk. I think we're gonna get to like some of like the kind of boy crazy art, because I had a crush on a guy at the time. Huge crush. Anyways, a lot of taping in. There's so much going on. It's slightly hard to actually talk about what's going on, but it's great. 10 out of 10. Then there's like my little wizard boy and his hilariously ginormous cat. And then, do you want to know what this was used in? How I used to paint this? Chalk. Don't use chalk, it's bad. Yeah, a lot of art, a lot of me venting in class. Holy crap. Yeah, I don't know what this was, but we're just gonna move on. There is so much stuff that is taped in, please. What is going on? Oh my gosh, there is so much happening. I believe this is Yuki from Wolf Children. This is me trying to draw something nice, okay. More vent art. I don't know why I was so sad at the time. Oh my gosh, this page I did it in chalk, but it's really good, and I spent so much time on the shoes and then on the dogs. It took me, like, I want to, like, genuinely, like, a full day. Like, it was just, normally, okay, when I was younger, it doesn't take me very long to do this, but doing this took me forever. I wanted all the dogs to, like, pop and be cute, and I loved them. And I really like this. I really like this so much still. Oh yeah, there's, character sheets for characters. And then, I believe her name was Marina. And then there's Charlie. Charlie was cute. I think I might redesign her. Look at these hands. If you guys look, like, back at any of the stuff I've showed you, look at the hands, and then they're just terrible. More art and taped in stuff. Man, ooh, I burned stuff. More character art. This was before I changed the character designs because the fangs didn't make any sense at the time. This was another character design named Bullet. I hated him, so we're just gonna leave him there. I didn't draw this. This is again Karo, based off of an anime called Michiko and Hachin. So they drew me. It was great. And then, oh, I love these. These are actually like fake Polaroid pictures. I think they're so cute. I still do some stuff like that to this day, where instead of like fake Polaroids, I keep all the crappy ones and then I just paint over them. I loved how this one turned out. I thought that one was great. I towards the end, I'm like actually like, oh, that one was really cute. And then Naomi. I love Naomi so much. She makes me so happy. Long legs, yeah. Had the long leg issue. And then there's camp art. Let's see. Yeah. This is kind of where my sketchbook is like, I'm like, oh, I'm almost done. And I just kind of like give up. And then I believe this is the last page. There's all of the characters. And then again, this is Karo's art. Anything you see that looks like kind of particularly good, that's not mine, that's Karo's. This one, I was also really proud of. I remember I drew the hands and I was like, those are the best hands I've ever drawn. And I was so proud of it. And that's basically it. Some of the stuff in the back, I can't really show, but that's okay. But yeah, and that was one of my I think this was the last high school sketchbook I ever had. Because I had other sketchbooks, but this is just the last one from high school. So there's like a bunch of like high school shiz. But it's good. I liked it. I think it's super cute. It's like actually, like it's kind of ugly, right? But it's like one of my favorite sketchbooks just because I feel like as an artist, I developed like so many skills. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to go and check out my comic Puppy Love on my shop. You can find my shop on my website, and then you can also check out a bunch of free comics I have on my website. So yeah, and I will see you in the next video.